just spent a little time watching this choir. The sound was off on purpose. We want you to start noticing what you see and start thinking about all the movement that is happening. Do you ever think about your own movement when you sing? Do you ever consider yourself as a musician who moves? Clearly, you can see a great deal of movement here. Think about it. If you don't move, how will you sing? Pause the video and list as many movements as you can think of that are needed for singing. Now consider this. The quality of your performance is dependent on the quality of your movement. What does that mean? How do you know if the movement has quality? Generally, if the movement feels good, is easy and natural, you could say it's high quality. But if it feels stiff or tight, or if you feel like you are holding still somewhere, then it's probably lacking. Let's go back and watch this choir again. Notice and evaluate their movement. Is it free or stiff? Is it fluid or jerky? Does it look natural? Is anyone trying to hold still? Is the movement a result of embodying or internalizing the music? How does it make you feel while you're watching it? Do you enjoy watching it? If you have time, take a few moments to sing yourself. Can you notice your own movement? How do you feel? The goal of this body mapping curriculum is to help you become aware of your movement. If you are aware of your movement, you can notice for yourself whether you're feeling stiff or free or jerky or fluid or holding somewhere. You first must become aware of your movement before you can start to notice its quality. Then, once you are noticing your own movements when you sing, no matter whether they are good or could use some help, we can then examine why you are moving this way. Why do you move the way you do? Chances are it has to do with your body map. What is a body map? Well, simply put, it's the way we think about ourselves, specifically the way we think about our bodies. Neuroscientists study these maps, and they actually exist in our brains. This is Dr. Richard Nichols from Georgia Tech University. He's really smart, and he's one of the neuroscientists who gets paid to study this stuff in his lab. But what's important for us to know is that these maps govern our movement. So let me show you what that means. Try this with me. Go ahead and stand up and imagine that your spine is stiff and straight and like a rod right in the middle of your back. And now try to sit down with that kind of spine. And stand back up. And now try to pick up something off the floor. You get the idea. It's pretty tough. Why? Because your brain has mismapped your spine as something that doesn't bend or move. So we move according to our map, no matter how wrong our map is. That's the brain science part of it. Now, imagining that mismapping of your spine was an extreme example. But as you work through this series, you may find that you have a subtle mismapping, and becoming aware of it and clarifying the truth about your body is going to improve the quality of your singing. So the most important takeaway from these lessons is that you must become aware of yourself while you sing. But how are you going to do that? Well, you'll do that by using your kinesthetic sense. You probably didn't learn about this sense in science class, but in addition to the 5 senses we all know about, taste, smell, touch, sight, and hearing, there are many more. The one that is important for now is kinesthesia. This is the simple concept of being aware of our movement. We have a movement sense. It also can include our sense of knowing where our body is in space, and sometimes that's called proprioception, but it's not a word you need to know right now. You just might come across it if you study this information beyond this class. So let's try out your kinesthetic sense. Let's explore the kinesthetic sense. Without looking down, just notice your feet. Just become aware of what position they're in, how your shoes and socks feel, whether they're touching the ground or another piece of furniture. And now change their position. And you now know where your feet are in this new position without having looked or heard or touched or even smelled them. That's your kinesthetic sense. You can become aware of your whole body this way just by beginning to notice. And that is what you will need to do again and again in order to notice and monitor your movements. Becoming aware of your movement begins its improvement. Try these explorations either in class or at home. Sing and allow yourself to move. Notice and list the movement you can sense kinesthetically in the rest of your body: arms, feet, abdomen, chest, and back. Now sing and don't let yourself move. What do you notice in the rest of your body? Do the previous exploration again. Rate your movement on a scale of 1, most stiff, to 10, completely free of tension. Discuss or journal about what you notice. How does kinesthetic awareness help you notice the quality of your movement? How does the quality of your movement affect the quality of your singing? Discuss or journal about it.